Disclaimer. Disclaimer. Before we begin this video, this is the disclaimer, okay? This information is for self-defense purposes only. This is not for people engaging in unlawful criminal activity. This is educational to keep people from getting messed up in their vital organs. So you need to understand where the weak points of the human body are so you can protect them. Also, I'm pointing out that criminals, gangs, do study this. So they are specifically going to try to target this, okay? Every serious gang member that is for real has studied this. As a matter of fact, if you want to spot a wankster, see if they don't know anything about the human anatomy, they're a wankster. Okay, if you're actually in a gang that does dirt and is a violent criminal organization, you know the human anatomy. Okay? If you want to see a fake gangster, a wankster, if you want to spot one and they don't know any of this stuff, then that's a sure sign that they're not who they say they are, okay? Because I've been to prison, and I'm telling you right now, real smackers and stabbers and people that kill people and stuff, they know where all this stuff is. Partially so they don't accidentally kill somebody if they're just trying to make a statement, okay? That's part of the reason they know this. So I'm letting you guys know this is some heavy stuff. But I'm letting you know this for informational purposes only, for lawful self-defense. The heart, the lungs, the aorta, the pulmonary artery, all those things, right? And a bunch of things are located in this region right here, right? And also, that's the part of the body people are guarding the most. The trachea's got a weak point above all of that where you could go right in with like a tracheotomy. The carotid artery runs in the neck. You got the jugular vein and the carotid artery that run in the neck. So the neck is 100%, a lot of important arteries are there. The brachial artery is located on the upper arm. You get it right, it's very hard to put a tourniquet on a wound where the brachial artery's been hit. The tourniquet has to go up really high. The radial artery, which runs around the hand region, can be vulnerable in particular situations. It's just something to be aware of. But I think it's easier to get the bleeding under control. If it's a radial artery, I don't think it's such a big deal. A femoral artery runs along the legs. And I'm actually going to put the chart up so you guys can see the exact locations, okay? You don't have to have a medical degree to understand that the armpits, the heart area, and the neck are the areas that's like game over, okay? And then the femur and near your crotch and stuff like that. They literally keep inmates from having books on anatomy in there. It's useless because they can go on the internet and look it up, and because occasionally the guards will miss a certain book. They'll have a certain educational book that shows all of the stuff anyway. So they'll still find out the information, okay? It's not that hard for inmates to get. And they study the crap out of the anatomy text. The hardened gang members, famously the Aryan Brotherhood, they made it to where it was like mandatory literature where all their members had to know the weak points of the human body. I always talk about hammer striking the bridge of the nose, or even headbutting. So hitting the bridge of the nose with the bottom of the magazine of a weapon, or the pommel of a knife, or the buttstock of a rifle, or whatever the hell, or just a flashlight. The reason I've demonstrated this so many times is because the bridge of the nose, you hit that hard enough, that's pretty catastrophic. It can go into the brain, and it can cause like a brain bleed, basically, depending on how hard you do it. But it definitely like takes somebody out of the fight, and if it's hard enough, it could be lethal. It's not. It's definitely could cause permanent damage on somebody on a bare minimum. And but I like it because it shuts somebody off really fast. And if you're in a self-defense situation and you fear for your life, it's just a very quick off button. But there's actually a surprising number of weak points of the human body. But these are the most obvious ones that are actually easy to get. You can study the other ones, but it's important for you to remember the obvious ones more than anything, because those are the ones that are the most vulnerable. One of these things gets compromised, your body is going to stop working fast. But I want to make sure that good people have this information, because bad people have it and they're definitely going to go out and misuse it. And so I want to make sure you guys have this information. It's kind of a grisly topic, but it is what it is, guys. This is important information to have, and you need it because, like I said, every serious gang member has studied this. Okay, so you need to know about these things so you can protect these vital organs. You know, different ways of doing that. You can do that. You can do that by blocking. You can do that through body armor. You can make improvised body armor. You can tape magazines to your arms and all that. I don't mean rifle magazines. I mean actual magazines you read. You can tape them to your arms. There's different stuff you can do. Even something like a riot shield. It sounds insane, but listen, if you're dealing with dangerous people that carry knives around all day, if you've had issues with dangerous people trying to stab you, having a riot shield, you know, owning one, could make sense in certain situations. Now, I was contacted by an individual in Asia, and he sells a product that is actually a shield that's very small, and it's kind of like this thing that, if you've ever seen the movie Batman Begins, it's kind of like those mini gauntlets or whatever. I don't know what they're called, but basically they're like mini shields, and they had like the spikes on them. It was like from the movie Batman Begins, and I'm going to be looking into those, and he said that he'll send some to me, and I'm still talking with him about it because he's got to ship it all the way from overseas. So we're still negotiating, like, you know, how I want to do that, because I don't want to give a blanket endorsement of a product that I don't believe in, and if I think it's impractical, I'm going to say it. But those things look like they might be more able to carry them around, you know, especially because they're painted black or whatever, and you can get them in like a khaki color, or you can paint them any color you want, and that seems like it'd be very useful for somebody in the UK to protect their vital organs. But yeah, the human body has weak points, and protecting those weak points is important. And if there's any weak point that I forgot to mention, there's tons of them. Leave it in the comment section. But guys, remember, the human body has its weak points, and there are people out there that study this stuff in prison. I'm telling you firsthand, as an ex-convict, as somebody that's been to prison, I'm telling you firsthand, there's people in there studying it, and you need to be aware of this, because they might target that on your body, and you might be in a situation where you have to get them before they get you. And you know, it is what it is. Guys, if you liked the video, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell icon, all that. Thank you guys for watching the video. Jordan Jared, signing off.